Now it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Prime Minister, Dwight Terry, and the past Prime Minister, Bob Strader, for our program.
Thank you, Jim. So I don't think anybody knows how long we've been doing this Rotary Club, but it's been a long, long time. I came here for many, many years. I've only been a member for 3, maybe 4, but I came here for many years to see the court. You used to attend 4 different Rotary club meetings, and I went to every one of them to try to figure out who the next queen was going to be. So just to give you a clue here, we are only going to spend 2 minutes on each interview with a princess. Each princess that is interviewed will then introduce the next princess in line. And you all know, 1 through 15, you all know what your order is, but Dwight and I don't quite know one from the other. So when you know you're up next, one of us is going to be out in the audience looking for you while your sister appears being interviewed. And if you could just, catch our attention so we know where to find you, and we'll escort you up here. That said, where's Naima? Naima, I'll come and escort you up because, well, we'll have Phil. Phil will escort you up because you're going to introduce Isabella. And Isabella, why don't you go fetch Isabella? So why don't you stand here? So are we centered for our remote audience?
Oh, you look beautiful.
Okay, well, we'll try to maintain this. So for each princess that comes up here, there's 2 sentences for the introduction, and we've tried to highlight that. So
Princess Isabella Ellsworth is a junior at Adrian C. Nelson High School. She plans to attend a 4-year university and become a pediatric nurse or a sports broadcaster.
now the time could start.
So Isabella, what influenced you to consider sports broadcasting as a career?
I am a huge sports nut, and so I absolutely love sports. I am a competitive tournament softball player, and I have grown up watching football with my dad, and I also love public speaking. And so I thought those 2 go hand in hand and that I would be a perfect sports broadcaster. However, thankfully, I'm a junior because there is also another pathway that I'm considering, and that is pediatric nursing. So I have a lot of deciding to do, but I think both of those careers would be perfect for me.
In addition, hold your applause for a moment. In addition to softball and student council, you were a member of the Scrub Club. Tell us about the Scrub Club and your role as a member.
The Scrub Club is a group of students at my school. This is a part of the health sciences program, and that is a group of students that want to go into the medical field. And so Scrub Club is a monthly meeting that we all go to, and there are speakers from all different medical jobs, and they tell us about their career and what it's like. And so it gives us an opportunity to see all the different career paths that are in the medical field. And I am just a member because I'm a junior, but I'm actually applying to be one of the board members for next year when I am a senior.
Why is the Junior Parade so special to you?
The Junior Aid is my favorite Rose Festival event. It's a family tradition. My uncle was in it. My mom got to be in it. And I even got to be in the Junior Parade. And so it is just a tradition that I love to continue on. And I can't wait to be in it with all of the fellow Rose Festival princesses. And it's just a fun event to see all the kids that get to join and all the fun that's had.
Now you may applause.
Princess Jenny Duan is a senior at Jesuit High School. She plans to attend Stanford University and major in symbolic systems. to pursue a career in artificial intelligence.
Okay, princesses, you saw the pitter patter, how this works. We're still trying to work the kinks out, but I had to ask where Jenny was seated. So Jenny, tell us about your involvement with Youth Lens.
Sure. So Youth Lens is a program that I helped lead as a part of the Oregon Chinese Coalition. And during the pandemic, through this program, I helped make documentary style videos sharing the experiences of Chinese American citizens in Oregon. And I really wanted to be involved with this project because community service and trying to make an impact on your community is really important to me. And I thought that I could share my culture and really my pride and love for my city through this role.
As the founder of the Mental Health Awareness Club at Jesuit, what activities or accomplishments can you point to?
When I first started the Mental Health Awareness Club in my sophomore year, we only had 5 members that came to our meetings. But during my senior year, the club has grown to 100 people. And to me, that really shows not only the spirit of community, but also the impact of having a space to come together and to share about things that are impacting youth. And this year, I'm also proud to have organized a mental health forum with Commissioner Sharon Myron from District 1.
So a major in symbolic systems, a career in artificial intelligence. 1, explain your college major, and 2, how you integrate that into the world of work.
Right. So I've always been interested in trying to combine technology with a passion for advocacy and community work. So to me, symbolic systems is the perfect major for that. It combines computer science, psychology, statistics, linguistics, and psychology. So really putting technology with a focus on humankind. And as an artificial intelligence ethicist, I hope to help companies and the government make responsible decisions about technology innovation that really impacts each one of us and will dictate and shape the future that we all experience.
How'd you do on your ACT college entrance exam?
I scored a perfect score on my ACT, and to me, this is not necessarily a reflector of intelligence, but rather a marker of hard work and perseverance.
Let's hear it for Princess Jenny Doohan.
Thank you.
Chicken in the house.
That's going to cost somebody.
Now I'm excited to introduce Princess Reba Booz. Princess Reba Booz is a junior at Benson Polytechnic High School. She plans to pursue internships in the medical field, creating a pathway to a career in clinical research.
Thank you. So Reba, tell us about Camp ELSO, Experience Life Science Outdoors.
Right. Camp ELSO is a nonprofit organization that provides kids with hands-on STEAM-based learning activities. From kayaking with dissections and water explorations, kids build upon their critical thinking skills. There, I worked with kids, many with attention deficits, dyslexia, and emotional detachments. This experience impressed upon me the desire to be a positive example to those coming behind me. At Camp ELSO, we're all about hands-on learning, especially outdoors.
What influenced you to seek a career in clinical research?
I've always been intrigued by the medical field. Recently, a couple of my family members have been diagnosed with incurable diseases, such as multiple myeloma and ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. This, as a family, we have grown even closer due to this concern, and we've come along to be of assistance to them. I've always wanted to pursue a degree in medical field, specifically in clinical research, clinical laboratory sciences, and travel nursing. The medical field is so huge, so I have a lot of decisions to make.
What is your role with the Congress of Future Medical Leaders?
Over the pandemic, I became a member of the Congress of Future Medical Leaders and Scientists. There, we had a virtual congregational meeting where we as young people could come together to pick the brains of some of the most scientific and knowledgeable people within the medical field. There were some that have been awarded with Nobel Peace Prizes and others that are just investing within the medical field as a society, tackling issues of mental health issues, as well as depression and so much more.
Let's give her a hand.
Princess Megan Brathhurst is a senior at Franklin High School. She plans to attend PCC and then transfer to Portland State University to become a high school science teacher.
We'll get this down yet. So Princess Megan, 4 years of student government at Franklin High School. What are you most proud of?
I would definitely say I am most proud of my freshman year doing Teacher Appreciation Week. We always take it upon ourselves to recognize our teachers, and as wanting to become one, I feel like that's really a very important value to me. And so we got the opportunity to hand out thank you cards and hand out food for all the teachers because they have very busy lives. And so we felt like we had to give back some way. And luckily for me, I was the person hosting it and doing it the entire time, all single-handedly as a freshman. And I felt so honored from my leadership teacher being able to pass that off to me and trusting me to be able to do that by myself.
Tell us about your musical interest.
Oh boy. So I'm a drummer. I absolutely love drumming. I have been doing it since my 8th grade year. And I've also been super involved in my school's band, specifically at Franklin. And I help out with their pep band during basketball and football games. And I absolutely love the commotion and I love the school spirit that we all have for the band.
What were the influences that have prompted you to seek a career as a high school science teacher?
Well, for starters, I've been extremely lucky in having amazing teachers in my life. And especially with my science teachers, I've never had one single complaint about them. And also I have been so absolutely fascinated with space since I was about this high. So I also absolutely dream of becoming a science teacher, hopefully in space somehow. I was thinking maybe astronomy or something. I know it's a little bit of a niche, but I really would just be super, super stoked to get to be able to teach that to young kids.
Let's hear it for Princess Megan Bathurst from Franklin High School.
Princess Drea Shelton is a junior at Parkrose High School. She plans to attend a 4-year college and pursue a career as a marketing manager for a big company like Nike.
Self-Enhancement Inc. is a highly respected organization in our community. Do you have a favorite story or experience with SEI?
Actually, yes, I do. And last week I was able to share one of my favorite memories, but I actually recalled something that happened more recently in my life that was one of my favorite memories. I was on a dance team called Amplified back when I was in 5th or 6th grade. And I remember we had a big competition. It was actually a talent show, and E40, a rapper, he's from the Bay Area, he was there, and the grand prize was around $4,000 to whoever won. And it was a lot of people from the community, some people from Jefferson, some people from Benson that got to showcase their talents, and my dance team Amplified actually won, and we performed one of E40's songs.
How has SEI helped you?
Actually, once I won, I got to do once I won the Rose Festival thing, I got to do an interview with Leslie Martin recently, and they brought one of my old SEI coordinators there. Her name is Dereisha Kennedy. And we talked about Black excellence, and I got to showcase that a lot and see that a lot growing up. And I feel like it showed me that I can do anything that I want to do. And I saw a lot of people that looked like me and helped me. And I think they also helped recommend me to sign up to do the Rose Festival.
Who or what has influenced you to seek a career as a marketing manager?
So I'd say around the time I was in like the 4th or 5th grade, I went to a Black Girls Rock conference. and they showed us a lot of Black women in different career paths. And one of the women said that she was a marketing manager for Nike. And she told me all the classes that she took. She told me that she took a lot of math classes, and I actually really like math. I'm not the best at pre-calc right now, but I did enjoy my math classes. And so she told me that you don't have to have a whole lot of knowledge behind the Nike history. You just have to like fashion and be good at marketing.
Let's give her a hand.
Princess Bailey Armstrong is a junior at Lincoln High School. She plans to attend university to pursue a career in international relations with the State Department.
We're getting better at this, aren't we? What's it like to be an intern at City Hall?
Well, it's fantastic. I've learned a lot about how our city government works. I've learned a lot about what Portlanders care about. I'm in charge of constituent communication, so I listen to people's voicemails and I answer emails. That's my biggest role. One thing I did learn was how slow our government is. I've been working there for quite a few months. I think it's on like 8 months, and I still don't have a city email yet that we've been working on for that entire time.
What do they call that?
Bureaucracy.
Government time. So who is your commissioner?
I work for Commissioner Rubio, who's in charge of Parks and Rec and urban development.
Okay. And did that internship influence you to seek a career with the State Department, or are there other influences?
I was interested in having a job at the State Department before I started that internship, but it really helped it grow into a big passion of mine. I just love politics and government. I love to travel, so the State Department seems like the right fit.
Did you do anything special during the pandemic to occupy yourself?
I did. I got myself into a little bit of a research project that I'm not even nearly close to finish, but I started researching about my family heritage. I've gone back to like the 13th century, like a couple nights, and I learned a lot about my, heritage and where I'm from and the people I'm connected to.
So is it true you're 6 degrees separated from Kevin Bacon?
Yes, it's actually quite ironic. The school I want to go to, my 13th great uncle was one of the chancellors of.
Okay, and we still have a little bit of time. You're the Oregon Video Civics Contest winner for 2021. Tell us about your video.
And as of a couple of weeks ago, also 2022, my 2021 video was all about how we balance our individual rights and our needs of our community. And our most recent one was all about student free speech rights in Oregon.
Let's hear it for Princess Bailey Armstrong from Lincoln High School.
Princess Stella Jackson is a junior at Leotis V. McDaniel High School. She plans to attend Ivy League College to pursue a career as an attorney or in the sciences.
Tell us about the Passion Impact Volunteer Event Program.
Well, Passion Impact is a nonprofit organization that I joined during the summer of my going into sophomore year and also into junior year, and I'm going to continue this internship this summer. So I co-founded the Passion Impact Volunteer Event Program at my school, which is we create monthly volunteer events, and we it helps the community, and it really brings our school's community together, and it is a great program, and I'm very proud to have co-founded it.
What is your role with College Possible and Upward Bound?
College Possible and Upward Bound are both college preparatory programs. So for example, College Possible helped me get ready and organize and participate and, do the ACT. And I got a free booklet from them, and they helped me get above average score. And Upward Bound, it flies you out to colleges, on the East Coast where I want to attend. And they're both amazing programs. I'm very proud to be a part of them both.
Your high school is not familiar to most of this audience. Tell us about the school and its namesake.
So my school was Madison High School, but it changed to Leotis V. McDaniel High School. And Leotis V. McDaniel was an African-American. He was a principal at my school, and he just really brought together our community, and everyone loved him. The teachers, the students, everyone spoke so highly of him. And he was a very kind man, and I'm very proud to have him as my new school name. And yeah.
Thank you. Let's give her a hand.
Princess Rochelle Hanna is a senior at Central Catholic High School. She plans to attend a 4-year college, University of Portland, and major in English and possibly pursue a career in creative writing.
Yes, it's that Hannah family. So, Rochelle, creative writing, how did you get there, and what kind of vocation in creative writing are you thinking about?
So I have loved stories and words since I was very young. I remember being 8 years old, and I remember all of my young classmates whenever we would have like a story assignment where we had to come up with a creative story. My friends would write like 1 page, I'd write 3 pages. And as I got older, they would write 3 pages, I would write 7 pages. And I've just always been fascinated by the power of words and being able to morph them into creating a form of art. And my favorite form of literature is poetry and short stories.
And for your festival sisters, Rochelle's grandfather was a 40+ year member of this Rotary Club and made Rochelle and your brothers and cousins probably a Paul Harris Fellow, which basically means $1,000 donation was made to Rotary International for all the programs that Rotary does around the world in her name. So as a senior at Central Catholic over these last 17 or 18 years, what are you most proud of?
I am most proud of my personal growth from the past 4 years. When I was a freshman, I was extremely shy, and I had a very tough time opening myself up to other people and just having self-confidence. And as I've gotten older, my family and friends and my teachers in particular have really helped me come out of my shell, have more belief in myself, and just be really confident.
And did you do anything special during the pandemic to occupy yourself?
I did a lot, actually. I spent a lot of time with my friends when I could and my family. I wrote a little bit. I wrote some poetry. I actually discovered baking. I love to bake. And we did a little bit of traveling. Over the pandemic, we had the opportunity to drive down to California and see Yosemite National Park, which was amazing.
Let's hear it for Princess Rochelle Hanna from Central Catholic High School.
Princess Paige Curley is a senior at St. Mary's Academy. She plans to attend Boston College Connell School of Nursing with career.
Paige, do you know CPR?
Boston College School of Nursing with career plans to become a nurse practitioner.
Thank you. Paige, what has influenced you to seek a career in nursing?
Well, I didn't always thought I wanted to be a nurse. For a long time, I thought I actually wanted to be a teacher. And it wasn't until high school that I began to learn more about nursing and really think that that's the career for me. I was drawn to nursing just because I wanted a career where I was out in the world helping others. And that's really what has drawn me to nursing.
Tell us about your role with the spring musical at St. Mary's.
So I've participated in the spring musical my sophomore year through my senior year. This year we did the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, and I had a lead role. I played Logan Schwartz and Grubenier, and it's a lot of fun. I've made a lot of good friends from theater, and I hope to be able to be involved in theater in some capacity in college next year.
What is your favorite food cart?
So there are a lot of food carts near my school, so I get to go off campus if I want to get food, and the food carts are a favorite spot of mine. There's this really good Hawaiian one, and it's really good. They got like, you know, the Hawaiian macaroni salad. It's like, and then I usually get like a teriyaki chicken and rice, and it's really good. That one's definitely my favorite, but there's like a ton of them with a ton of different kind of foods. There's always a variety, and I never get bored.
This will be a short answer. Describe your favorite Rose Festival memory.
Well, the first time, I think my favorite memory would be the first time I went to the Rose Festival when I was younger and getting to see the parade. I think it was the Grand Floral Parade. And I remember just seeing the princesses, and it was a lot of fun.
Let's give her a hand.
Princess Awek de Piouk is a senior at David Douglas High School. She plans to attend Portland Community College to study nursing and possibly become a maternal fetal nurse.
So, Princess Awek, what has influenced your desire to pursue a career in nursing?
I've always known since I was a little girl that I wanted to do something in the medical field, but I just didn't know what I wanted to do. So actually during the pandemic, I did my research and I researched becoming an MD, becoming a nurse, becoming a physician assistant. And I found nursing to be kind of where I want to be in the first few years of my adulthood, just so I can learn more about the things that go on behind the scenes and that I can have my foot kind of in the door for my career. I've always loved taking care of people. I'm the oldest of 7, so it kind of just comes to me naturally. So I kind of want to be in that space and take care of moms as they give birth. So that's why I want to do nursing.
Now, you said get your foothold, and you made it sound like this is the early plan of your career. So what's the second and third domino look like?
So as Reva said, the medical field is a big field, and there's a lot of things that you can do. And I want to focus on the statistical side of things. I didn't know that for a long time, but I've recently found out that I like numbers. So one day I do want to go behind the scenes and kind of look and do some research on the statistical side of the medical field and kind of work behind the scenes and make everything go smoothly. So, yeah.
I seem to recall your sister Reba has an interest in research and all of that too. So good. As Vice President of the Black Student Union, what activities are you engaged in?
So as Vice President at the BSU at David Douglas, I kind of work with, we have a whole group of people that are kind of in the lead, if that makes sense. So I work with making like events happen. We kind of plan our meetings every Wednesday, and during lunch we'll come into the classroom and we'll plan, what are we saying today, what's going to be the main topic, and what do we want to talk about and have discussions about. We also planned the video for Black History Month. So that was really fun to work behind the scenes and get a videographer and get words of wisdom from other people that are in our community. So a lot of behind the scenes work, and I like it.
Let's give it up for Princess Awek.
All right. Princess Maria Mazzei is a senior at Roosevelt High School. She plans to attend the University of Idaho and is intrigued by a career in interior design and architecture.
Thank you. Maria, what has influenced you to pursue a career in interior design or agriculture? Oh, architecture. I didn't want to make you a farmer.
So growing up, my dad, he's actually an architect. So I grew up a lot around that type of stuff and like the little model buildings he did. I found that really cool and fun. And also like organization. I really like to keep things organized and like look pleasant to the eye. And so I'm really excited to go more into interior design rather than architecture. I'm very intrigued by both, but interior design seems like a really good career choice for me.
In addition to volleyball and basketball, you compete in track and field. Which events do you compete in track and field?
So in track and field, I compete in the discus and shot put. And this year I went to varsity districts and I placed 5th in shot put and 7th in discus. So I'm really proud of that this year.
Do you have a favorite recipe?
As of right now, I really like to bake. So I really like making my aunt's toffee bars.
Did you do anything special to occupy yourself during the pandemic?
During the pandemic, I have a younger sister who's 16, and we really had a really good bond, and that bond grew stronger. And so being able to have a really good relationship with her over the pandemic was really nice to have someone with me, because as you know, you weren't really allowed to go out and see many people like your friends. So being able to bond with my sister was great. And so I'll be going to college this next fall. And so it'd be kind of sad to like separate with each other, but I'm really looking forward to staying in touch with her as I go to college.
Thank you. Give her a hand.
Princess J. Lee Sloan is a senior at Jefferson High School. She plans on attending a 4-year university at University of Oregon to pursue a career as a pediatric nurse.
Thank you. So Princess J. Lee, let's start with Black Girl Magic. It's on your resume. Tell us all about it.
Black Girl Magic is being unapologetically yourself after all the adversities you have been through and just pursuing through everything. Actually, at Jefferson High School, we don't have a Black Girl Magic right now because we're trying to find the fundings to have one, but our senior class is trying to find the funding for next year for the ladies.
And how would the funding be applied? What would activities, or fill me in?
During our flex times, we would just have meetings and have food and just have time for us all to speak to each other and fill into each other's buckets.
You are expressive through the creative arts, so share your creative process with us.
I like to go thrift shopping, and when I go thrift shopping, I like to buy lots of jeans, oversized jeans, and when I go home, I like to paint the jeans, cut them up, make fringes, do holes. I just like to have different styles.
We have a few nursing students bound for different colleges, U of O in this particular case. What's influenced you to pursue a career in nursing?
I was born premature, so I was in the NICU for a while. And even though I had extraordinary care, I've done my research as well as a WEC, and the maternal rates are 2 to 3 times higher for people of color. And I believe there's a lot of medical racism, and I want to be a nurse that doesn't have any, so we need more nurses of color.
And what are you most proud of during your high school career?
I am most proud of maintaining a high GPA. I have a 3.9, and I'm most proud of working full-time all 4 years.
Who's that teacher that gave you a B? So I'll have you introduce Princess Zinnia.
Princess Zinnia Sarakman is a junior at Cleveland High School. She plans to attend college or culinary school in preparation for a career in education or a pastry chef.
What are the influences in your life that have you focusing on special needs education and the culinary arts?
So during quarantine, I got really involved in baking. I remember for my 16th birthday, my mom had bought me my first set of spring form pans, which is to make cheesecakes. And that just really got me interested in baking. And for special education, I actually had a mom come up to me, Kathleen Ewell, and I'm in the same grade as her son, Evan Ewell. And I was in 7th grade, and she had told me that I had the gift of patience with working with special education students. And from that moment on, I knew that I wanted to either be involved with special education, and later on I would find out I would love to be in culinary. So if there was some way that I could collaborate the two, maybe doing a cooking class with working with special education students, I would love to do that. I've always just loved giving back and helping people.
What does it mean to be the public representative at Cleveland?
I absolutely love representing Cleveland in any way. I'm a 3-sport athlete during competing in cheer, wrestling, and track and field. I'm a part of my student government, being one of 2 student body presidents for next year. And I've been on student government as well last year, being a public representative. So working with Cleveland has always been a really huge part of my life. I love representing my school in any way possible. And I hope that the princesses after me can see that representing Cleveland is a really big honor, and it takes a lot of hard work.
Describe your athletic interests and achievements.
So I've been a wrestler specifically with the Cleveland cluster for over 6 years now. And sophomore year was my first time going to state. I took 8th in the 145 weight class. And that was a really big accomplishment of mine, just because that year we only had 4 girl wrestlers. The previous year we had 10, but due to COVID, it was very weird. We wrestled during the summer. And that was my first time having a meet both outdoors and having a meet be canceled because of rain. We were down in Hood River, we got rained out, and then we had a home meet at Cleveland, which got canceled because our mats were 140 degrees. So that was very weird, but I love wrestling for Cleveland. It's something that I would love to do for college. Unfortunately, U of O, the school I want to go to, does not have a wrestling team. It's only clubs. So hopefully with a little bit of magic, we could get a team going again.
Let's give her a hand.
I would love to introduce Princess Senya Scott. She is a senior at Ida B. Wells High School. She plans on attending Howard University next year and is going to major in political science to pursue a career as a civil rights attorney.
So Ida B. Wells High School, it's not a name that's familiar to most of us in this room, but more importantly, you had a role in changing the name of that school. So fill us in.
Yes, of course. So I was selected to be a student representative on the Ida B. Wells Name Change Committee. And that was a very difficult process, not only because it was very detailed and structured in the way that we had to have our meetings and make our decisions, but the Southwest Portland Public School community is very tight knit. There are a lot of families with memories attached to the Woodrow Wilson name. And so it was also very culturally impactful. But as the world changes, I think it's important that we change with it.
Senya is the founder of a news show at your high school, I presume, called Hot Tea with Senya. So fill us in.
So Hot Tea with Senya is a news show that I started my sophomore year of high school. I was around 15 years old, and I am now the editor of our Headlight magazine at Ida B. Wells High School. And so Hot Tea with Senya kind of just blossomed. It all started when we made an episode for Black History Month, and our principal actually had the episode played in every single English classroom throughout the school. So then I was just known as Hot Tea with Senya my sophomore year of high school. And it grew to the point where I've received a lot of mentorship on the show from staff of the Oregonian, which has been absolutely incredible. It completely broke me out of my shell and helped me tap into this really large part of my personality that I feel like really took over.
And so the show continues. What kind of topics?
Oh, we talk about everything. We have different segments. So we have a segment called Senya on the Street, where I go around the hallways and ask random students at my school questions like, what are you going to do for spring break? We talk about the political environment, especially locally in Portland. We've spoken about sexual assault issues that have been passing around throughout my school and how students are working to combat that. I've been able to work alongside the No Place for Hate Anti-Defamation League students at my school and interview them on the racial equity that they're working to help improve in my school community. So we've talked about everything under the sun on the show.
Let's hear it for Princess Cynthia.
Princess Naima Smith is a junior at Grant High School. She plans on attending a four-year university to pursue a career in business or law.
What was your role in student leadership and what did you accomplish?
So for the past 2 years in student leadership, I've worked in communications. So that means kind of like updating everyone on news, events, and things like that. And this year especially, we really wanted to boost school spirit since we've been really disconnected from each other these past few years. This year, our freshmen, they've never really been in a high school building. So we really wanted just to bring the school spirit and like high school back. We just wanted to bring everyone together again. So we focused a lot on spirit, and we use communication as a way to do that. So through our Instagram, through all of our stuff, we promoted a lot of sports games. Even outside of football, we invited people to a cross country meet, and we actually got a lot of people to show up to support cross country runners, which I just found amazing.
Describe your experience with mock trial.
So I first kind of got interested in mock trial in 8th grade summer camp my mom signed me up for. And I was a little mad at first because it spanned over my birthday, but I found out I really liked it. And through that, I kind of gained an interest in law. So my freshman year, I joined our mock trial team. And this year I was JV captain, and I was able to lead our team to state despite going against our varsity team in district competition.
Did you do anything special to occupy yourself during the pandemic?
I took my time during the pandemic as a time to really relax and reflect on myself. I read a lot of self-improvement books, and I just really took time to reflect on myself, especially as a leader, because I do a lot of work in leadership, and I just learned so much about myself and what I can do to improve.
Let's give her a hand.
Okay, at this time, we'd like to introduce Naima's 14 Festival Sisters to come up for your presentation.
She ever told.
Rose Festival Court, presented by United Community Credit Union. We would like to introduce ourselves and tell you about this year's Rose Festival. Isabella.
Hi, I'm Isabella. I'm a junior and the very first princess from Adrian C. Nelson High School, representing the Metro East area. I'm a competitive tournament softball player, and I love to travel. After 2 years of celebrating from home, the Portland Rose Festival is back with in-person festivities. This year's theme is Rose City Reunion, and we cannot wait to celebrate with you this festival season.
Hello, my name is Jenny, and I'm a current senior at Jesuit High School representing the Metro West area. One thing I'm proudest of during high school is collaboratively designing an exhibit at the Oregon Museum of Science and Industry. This year, we would like to welcome you for OMSI Day during City Fair this Memorial weekend. All active OMSI members get in for free with your membership card.
Hi, I'm Reba. I'm a junior at Benson High School and hope to one day work in the medical field. My favorite place to visit in Portland is the Tillicum Bridge Crossing because it provides a beautiful scenic view of our city. Speaking of beautiful views, make sure to come by the waterfront by 9:50 p.m. on May 27th to watch the biggest and baddest opening night fireworks illuminate the Portland sky.
Hi, I'm Megan, and I'm a senior from Franklin High School. I love listening to music, playing on my drum kit, and helping my school's pep band during games. If you love music like I do, you're not going to want to miss this year's Rose Zone concerts. Get your tickets now to join the musical celebration, or join us for free at the Rose City Reunion concert featuring the Oregon Symphony, which is tonight.
Hello, my name is Drea Shelton. I'm a junior at Park Rose High School. I love anything involving music, and I've been in my school's varsity cheer captain for 3 years straight. Come downtown on June 4th with your friends and family to enjoy the inspiration and illumination of the
Care Oregon Starlight Parade starting at 7:30 p.m.
Hi, I'm Bailey and I'm a junior at Lincoln High School. And during the pandemic, I spent time researching my personal family heritage. And learning that my grandfather was a Royal Rosarian, I'm proud to be part of the Rose Festival tradition. This year, the Portland Rose Festival is celebrating an important tradition with the centennial of the crown of Rosaria. One of us will be the 100th queen to wear the crown.
Hi, I'm Stella and I'm a junior at McDaniel High School. I co-founded the Passion Impact volunteer event program at my school, which helps students foster interpersonal understanding through civic leadership. Portland Rose Festival would not be possible without the support of our many volunteers. If you are interested in becoming a volunteer, please visit the Rose Festival website.
Hi, I'm Rochelle, and I'm a senior at Central Catholic High School. My favorite place to visit in Portland is Multnomah Falls because it showcases Portland's natural beauty. Another beautiful location in Portland is the International Rose Test Garden, and while you're there, stop by and visit the Rose Garden store.
Hi, I'm Paige, and I'm a senior at St. Mary's Academy. Singing is a big passion of mine, and I'm involved in multiple music and theater clubs at my school, including Tri-M Music Honor Society. On June 8th, the Hollywood District will be filled with music as the Fred Meyer Jr. Parade returns. This is the oldest and largest children's parade in the nation.
Hi, everyone. I'm Awek, and I'm a senior at David Douglas High School. I've played basketball for over 9 years, and I plan to become a nurse. Portland is excited to welcome back the U.S. Navy, the Royal Canadian Navy, and the U.S. Coast Guard back to one of the most premier fleet weeks in the nation.
Hi, my name is Maria. I'm a senior at Roosevelt High School, and I participate in all 3 sports seasons, playing volleyball, basketball, and track and field. As a 3-season athlete, I love the thrill of competition, just like the drivers at the NASCAR Xfinity Series. You can catch the races at the Portland International Raceway on June 3rd and 4th this year.
Hi, I'm Jaylee. I'm a senior at Jefferson High School. I like to express myself through creative art, fashion, and photography. Come down to the waterfront June 11th and 12th to watch as the Dragon Boat races decorate the Willamette with a vibrant display of color and culture.
Hi, my name is Zinnia. I'm a junior at Cleveland High School, and when I'm not busy volunteering with my school or competing in sports, I love going down to the Portland Saturday Market with my friends and family. A few blocks away from the market is the Portland Rose Festival City Fair. Head down every weekend from May 27th until June 10th, where you can enjoy your favorite carnival rides, fair food, and live music.
Hi, my name is Sanya, and I am a senior at Ida B. Wells High School. When my family moved to Portland in 2015, the Grand Floral Parade was the first event I ever attended. You will not want to miss the colorful dancers, marching bands, large floats, and all the things that make it one of the best parades in the country on Saturday, June 11th.
Hi, I'm Naima. I'm a junior at Grant High School, and more than anything else, I love to bake and try new restaurants with my family and friends. On behalf of the 2022 Rose Festival Court, we would be honored to have you join us at Peninsula Park on June 10th at 11 a.m. for the Queen's Coronation presented by Unitas Community Credit Union.
Thank you for hosting the 2022 Rose Festival Court, presented by Unitas Community Credit Union. We'll see you at the Rose Festival.
All right. And on behalf of the entire Rose Festival Court, I just wanted to give you this, signed by all of us. And it's for keepsake. It's a picture of all of us. And then here's a pin. And we wanted to appreciate you for hosting us here today.
And thank you all for being here. This is a wonderful gift to us, and you're a gift to our community. And good luck in the next couple of weeks as you move on. Thank you very much.